For prime, who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Crawford.
Really?
Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around.
Basics are solid. His fundamentals are solid. He's strong. He's physical. He's moved up and become, solid at a heavier weight than when he started his career. He's grown into. He's got great experience.
The persistent praise for Floyd Mayweather as a defensive genius is met with serious concern among boxing insiders who believe a fight with Terence Crawford would be a grave mistake. Most analysts feel Mayweather is well beyond his peak years and that returning to face such an elite fighter would pose a genuine risk to his celebrated legacy and his physical safety. Crawford currently stands as a top pound-for-pound talent possessing devastating power in his combinations, impeccable timing, and an unmatched ability to adjust to any opponent, making him a threat that nearly all observers agree Mayweather should absolutely avoid.
I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, now that was a big take. Of course, he's fought both of them.
Yeah, he would know.
So that was a big take. But
Not
yeah,
really.
I think so.
Not for people who watch boxing. No, that's not. No.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we sent that Terence Crawford some love, because he also talked a lot that night about how people underestimated him and thought, because people didn't really. He doesn't have the biggest star power, that he wasn't going to win the fight, and he definitely took that home. So congratulations to him. Now he doesn't have the biggest star power.
Oh, no.
Yeah, people were under.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. retired from professional boxing with a perfect 50-win, 0-loss record and is broadly considered among the greatest defensive fighters of all time. Terence Crawford is also an undefeated fighter who has secured world championships in several weight classes. He is recognized for his ability to switch stances, his exceptional boxing intellect, his significant power, and his versatile skill set. As Crawford continues to dominate every division he enters, the ongoing discussions, comparisons, and debates over who would have won if both men faced each other in their absolute prime only intensify.
Become the pound-for-pound #1 fighter. I honestly believe that he surpasses now Floyd Mayweather as the best fighter of this generation. That's what I believe.
If that was the goal by Floyd, to be undisputed, then he would have chased undisputed. He chased champions until he became the money draw.
Do you know that Floyd never unified any of the divisions he fought in?
Because he never had to. He was a draw. He just didn't have to. He done the hard work in getting there.
Terence Crawford started out his boxing career as a lightweight, and now he's gone up to super middleweight and become the undisputed super middleweight champion, beating a guy like Canelo, who, listen, previously, man, he was wreaking havoc through that division. And Terence Crawford's just gone out there and taken the belt off him with, let's be honest,
Shane "Sugar" Mosley, a legendary champion across 3 weight divisions, has sparked debate by stating Terence Crawford might have held an advantage over Floyd Mayweather during specific career phases. Mosley emphasized Crawford's knockout power, overall versatility, and his skilled ability to switch fighting stances, which creates unpredictable angles and powerful offensive opportunities. He believes that facing the older, more defensive Money Mayweather, Crawford could potentially have won. However, Mosley also clarified that a younger, far more aggressive, pretty boy version of Mayweather would have been a significantly tougher opponent and a much sterner test for Crawford's abilities.
Agree with the fact that Canelo is saying Crawford is better than Mayweather from an outsider's perspective, having not fought Crawford. Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have had the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford.
Tim Bradley, a former world champion, has stated clearly that he believes Terence Crawford would defeat a prime Floyd Mayweather. He explains that Crawford is exceptionally intelligent, highly adaptable, and possesses excellent timing in the ring. Bradley fully respects Mayweather's elite defensive skills and his movement, but he feels Crawford has sufficient offensive talent and ring awareness to create openings and break through that defense.
But Terence Crawford is also a master at distance. Terence Crawford has punching power to hurt Floyd Mayweather. We saw that in the Sam Judah fight now.
Yeah, Shane too. Shane hurt him with the right hand.
Shane did hurt him as well.
Yep.
And did he fight Shane? But did Floyd fight Shane in his prime? Do you think he fought him in his prime?
No.
Exactly.
And Zab wasn't quite a Shane-level fighter. That's true. Listen, it'd be a great...
Amir Khan has expressed significant respect for Terence Crawford and states there is a legitimate case that Crawford could beat Floyd Mayweather. Khan emphasizes Crawford's elite sense of timing in the ring and how he dictates the pace, disrupts rhythm, and makes intelligent adjustments mid-fight. Reflecting on his own loss to Crawford, Khan noted how Crawford frustrated him by causing punches to miss by the smallest margins and then countering with perfectly timed shots. He also believes Crawford stands above many other top welterweights and suggests that even Mayweather's renowned defensive prowess could be challenged by Crawford's offensive variety, fight intelligence, and exceptional adaptability.
After the 1-2 rounds, I started getting my rhythm, but I have to say, probably one of the best fighters I've ever faced, honestly. And I've faced the likes of Canelo, and I was at boxing fights like him. Every fight I've lost previously was when I was up on points, and obviously might have got caught with a good shot and got knocked out or whatever. But with Crawford, his timing was so on point. I mean, like, what a great fight he was, technician. And I'll always, look, I'm not a hater in any way. Look, even though the fight went the way it did, but I just think his timing was amazing, and just everything about the game plan he had for the fight. I mean, he's a brilliant fighter. You cannot take that away from him. And if he was to fight any welterweight, being Manny Pacquiao, being Errol Spence, being even Floyd Mayweather, I think Crawford would beat a lot of them, maybe all of them. Even and the only fight I would say for him would be a good fight technically would be someone like Mayweather.
Carl Frampton, a former two-division world champion, has stated that Terence Crawford's performance against Canelo did more than simply secure a victory. It fundamentally altered how he now views Crawford standing in a comparison with Floyd Mayweather. Frampton believes the manner in which Crawford dictated the fight, inflicted damage, and controlled the tempo demonstrated a level of dominance that proves he could seriously challenge Mayweather at his very best. He highlights the technical skill, ring generalship, and finishing power Crawford displayed, arguing these attributes meet the same high standard often cited when discussing Mayweather in his prime.
If he does nick it, it does kind of have to be a stinker. He has to move and use his feet. I think Canelo's feet aren't what they once were, but certainly he's a stronger man in the fight. I think we're going to see a very close one, possibly even a draw, but if you put a gun to my head, I would say Crawford in a close points decision.
You talk a bit about the fight maybe not catching fire in the way some were expecting. If Terence Crawford is to win the fight, does it have to be that sort of fight? Yeah. And leading from that, can he hurt Canelo Alvarez?
I don't think so. I mean, look at the shots guys like Golovkin bounced off Canelo's head. It's almost like he's unhurtable. We've seen him hurt by Miguel Cotto's brother a number of years ago, but that was it really, and he was a young boy. So I think that I don't expect to see Terence hurting or being able to hurt Canelo. But there's a way he can win the fight, and that is by outboxing him.
If Terence Crawford does win, as you're predicting, does he rival Alexander Usyk for that number 1 pound-for-pound spot?
You have to start. I've never really thought about it, but that's a good question.
Shakur Stevenson has stated clearly that Terence Crawford is one major victory away from being ranked among the absolute greatest fighters ever, particularly if he defeats Canelo Alvarez. Stevenson points to Crawford's complete skill set, fluid movement, and superior boxing intelligence, believing these qualities would let him neutralize Canelo's attack and command the bout. He feels a win over a celebrated star like Canelo, who is viewed as boxing royalty, would transcend a normal achievement and become a defining landmark for his career. Stevenson asserts that defeating Canelo would permanently secure Crawford's status as an all-time great and eliminate almost any argument against his legacy.
My opinion on it, I think Bud is the greatest of all time after doing this.
Okay.
But
thank you. That's all I wanted.
Floyd is the greatest of all time in my eyes too. Like the shit I don't watch with him is like he's one of my favorite fighters. So.
I know.
Crawford has responded to the frequent comparisons to Floyd Mayweather by stating he does not view their styles or careers as directly alike. He clarifies that Mayweather competed in a distinct era with different opponents, business models, and pressures, while his own journey has taken a separate course. Crawford notes such comparisons might fuel media discussion, but his focus remains fixed on what he can control, refining his craft, selecting the correct fights, and maintaining consistency. For him, numerical records and hypothetical bouts hold less importance than demonstrating his ability against actual elite competition, and he believes his achievements deserve to be evaluated independently, not merely measured against Mayweather's historic legacy.
Start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah. We ain't going up that much.
Many boxing analysts have sharply criticized Floyd Mayweather's recent exhibition bouts, arguing they damage both his personal legacy and the wider sport. A central complaint is that these matches are heavily one-sided, with Mayweather facing non-boxers like influencers or YouTubers rather than legitimate professional contenders, which strips the events of any true competitive meaning. Critics contend these spectacles are primarily financial ventures designed for profit, not authentic athletic contests that uphold the integrity of boxing competition.
Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow.
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Ring Headquaterzz and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.